Okay, this is crazy. Somehow, a lot of my friends think it's a good idea to use this, a finder, to review your images and call them when you import from memory cards. Please tell me you're not doing this, because what I'm about to share is going to save you time, effort, and frustration. If you've ever tried to import straight into Lightroom from your memory card, if you have ever tried to review photos on Finder, please stop after watching this video. Make sure you watch until the end, because I'm going to share a lot of tips on how this will benefit you massively. So let me know in the comments how you're doing it. First of all, I'm going to say good morning. And second, let's start the drum roll. And this software I'm talking about is called Bridge. You guys have it. I had it for years. I didn't even know. My friends have it. They don't even know and they don't even use it. I literally called Jerome, Alex, and Jeremy. I'm like, are you guys using it? They're like, no, why? And I think the first one I saw using it was Chelsea in Polynesia. We talked about it and we're like, yeah, people don't use it. And I'm like, why? Okay, so you're gonna save so much frustration with this. It's gonna be beautiful. You'll love it. This is how fast it loaded a whole folder full of raw images. And I didn't import any images in there, right? I could pick up another folder. Let's take this folder with Polynesia, which has maybe 3,000 more photos. And look how fast it's actually showing the images. And you can instantly review the images while you're going through it. And the best part is that, let's say you have a folder with images that have been edited because they were imported in Lightroom like those, you will actually see those edits applied to your photos, right? So not only can you review your images straight from your memory card in a blink of a second, you can also call them and say, okay, I want this to be 2 stars, I want this to be 3 stars, etc. And then the best part is that you can also use it to look through folders that you wanted back in the days. So let's say we're going to a Bali, like my trip in Indonesia right here. I want to go to my photos, and let's say I'm on my memory card. I'm going to start calling my photos. I can literally put ratings right here and there. Okay, I'm going to put 3 stars, 1 star, 3 star, 1 star, 3 star, etc, etc. And this will allow you to call your photos while they're still on the memory card. And then if you want to import them into Lightroom, you just select the ones you called and you just drag them in here and then press import, and that's it. That's all you did. You didn't need to go into Lightroom and look at their terrible import view. You can actually do it here. And the best part is, which is something I always do, I actually rename my photos to show the date it was taken at. So I can select all my photos right here, and then I tap rename in the help, batch rename, and I can batch rename all those photos, and I can make things very complex. If I want the new file name to be date time, date created, the tag, and then the current file name, this is perfect. And I rename it, and this is how it ends up looking. 2022 06 29 A1, that's my camera, and then there is a normal numbering. And you see, for me, it's very helpful, because then when I go through my images, I can always remember without having to look at metadata where or when I took the photo. Especially important when I'm exporting stuff for Instagram, right? When you're gonna export for Instagram, you might lose that metadata. So you wanna make sure just by looking at the file, you'll be able to find it. Okay, I gave you a brief overview, but now guys, I'm about to show you how you can actually edit straight from Bridge. It is insane. You can use even your preset. You can use every tool you have in Lightroom without ever opening Lightroom. And I'm gonna show you a few other quick hacks that you can use and what those are for. But before that, how would you feel about making some extra money with the photography that you have laying around and the videos? Well, if that sounds interesting, listen up. Our awesome sponsor lately has been Wirestock.io, and Wirestock is a distribution platform to all major stock marketplaces. Shutterstock, Getty Images, Adobe Stock, Alamy, Pond5, DreamSight, and many more, from all a single account. So instead of having to go to all those stock footage sites, you upload everything through that one platform, Wirestock.io, and they can help you make the submission super easy to all those platforms. You can even have high quality keywording and captioning for each photo, video, and vector for free, meaning they'll do it for you. You deal from everything from a single account. All your payments are sent to that single account. It's trackable on that single dashboard. And you also have access to portfolios, which you can use for your personal shops to sell content directly as collection, individually, or as prints. And last but not least, Wirestock is only taking 15% of the paid royalties, meaning they only make money when you make money, and the rest 85% is going straight to your creator balance. You can find more about wirestock.io on the link in the description. Honestly, you take those photos that you've shot in the past, those videos, you upload them there, you let them help you with the keywording, and then you're making extra with the content that you're not using. And remember, quick tip, make sure you're pretty intentional in the kind of images you're gonna upload to have the best performing or possibly performing on stock websites, meaning what do people want, what do they want to use, etc. is very helpful. Now, please, ladies and gentlemen, this is the best part. You can edit straight from Camera Raw without ever opening Photoshop or Lightroom. What is Camera Raw, you might be asking? Well, first right click in Bridge on your image, press open in Camera Raw, and this pulls up exactly the same as the develop module in Lightroom. It's literally all those same tools that you would use. Look at this. I can go pull up my presets. Here we go. I love this slider. It's a little strong, so I'm gonna reduce it. Then I'm just gonna increase a little bit my temperature. Here we go. A little bit of light. Boom, perfect. This is a very basic, quick 1-second edit. Thank you to the presets. If you don't have them, you can check them out. But honestly, what does it do? It opens Camera Raw, and Camera Raw, straight from here, can help you do everything that you do in the develop module. You can literally add masks, select subjects, select skies, do brushes, all the jazz that you absolutely love for editing images. When would I do this here? Well, I do this when I'm on big jobs, and when I don't want to import 3,000 photos in Lightroom just to edit one. I literally open it in Camera Raw, and then I press export to, and here I can go in custom export, and I can choose how I want this photo to be exported. So for example, for Instagram, it might be JPEG, a high, and then I would resize it to fit, let's say 1920 or 2400, maybe at 72 pixel per inch. You press export, and now your photo is exported and ready for Instagram. You can just airdrop it or send it to your friends or on Google Drive, or however you want to share it, or straight to Instagram. Honestly, it saves me a lot of time in French Polynesia. I was using that a lot to share content on the go with you guys without having to go through the whole library thing in Lightroom, okay? Now, what else can you do with Bridge? Well, you can also review libraries if you have some in your Creative Cloud account, and you have this film strip option, just a different kind of view. Output is pretty cool. Is, for example, if you want to make a contact sheet with a bunch of images that you like from a shoot, well, you would just drag those here, and then this can help you review with clients. Workflow is super powerful. Let's say you want to batch rename photos, change a format, and then resize it to something and export it directly. You could take all those photos, add them to a workflow, press play, start workflow, right? So you would take all those images, you take them here, and then you press start workflow, and it will do all those steps. Super helpful if you have a lot of photos that you want, for example, to resize or prepare for the web. You can do that here. Then metadata is kind of seeing your metadata, how you want to do things. Keywords, same thing with the keywords. And then preview, I actually like preview. It allows you to just see your images a little easier. It's a little bigger. So when you're calling, preview can be a good way. I prefer to just press spacebar and then do it like that, but it's gonna be up to you, right? And you always have those filters on the left to filter through with the text that you put, for example, if you want just the 3 stars, but also date created. And something I like is the lens. You can actually choose the lens or the focal length. You can do that also in Lightroom, but I don't know, this just feels a lot better than having to specific collection and pages and all that. Then the last really cool thing is light table. If you want to see everything as if it was on a light table. If you don't know what a light table is, when they had like those white table with light under, and you would put your negatives and you would see the photos like that. And then folders, if you want to explore folders. For example, if I want to explore, let's say, Chicago from March, I can see all my images in 2 seconds, and look how quickly it is. And again, that doesn't need to create smart previews or anything. It is extremely fast and helpful for all that. So what can I say? I think this is an essential tool for me. So here's my full workflow. Take the memory card, plug the memory card in my laptop, open Bridge, call my images straight from the memory card, and then batch rename all the images and import the images that I've called into Lightroom. And from there I can do more, or if I'm on the go and I just dumped everything on the backup hard drive, I'm just gonna press open in camera raw. And again, I'm gonna edit that photo right here, press done, and then export it for what I want. And you'll see this Bridge has so many more options, and I highly recommend you to test it out because it's just so good, right? It's, for me, I don't know why it's not marketed more. So if you're a portrait photographer, wedding photographer, and you were trying to rely on photo mechanics or other softwares, well, it's all here and it's free because it's part of your Lightroom subscription. And if you're just like me and love to edit one photo on the go, this is for you too. Honestly, check it out. Check out warriorstock.io to sell your images. And with that being said, guys, make sure you get on the list for the top 5 because I'm sending twice a month an awesome email with inspiration, photo tips, gear I love, and I think you'll love it too. So link in the description. And with that being said, get out there, go shoot, try something different, try something new. I'll see you in the